ghost games. So this is from last year. Actually, it was Saturday, so everyone thought that let's go to a party, like all my friends were there. Then that day, one of my friend was coming who told me that she was inviting another friend of hers along with her also, so we all went to the party. There, one of my friend came along with another friend whom I had never met, whose name was Nancy. We just chilled. We had some fun. After that, we all were going home. Then, after the party, my friend and her friend Nancy told me that actually they had to be dropped somewhere near my house, so they asked me to drop them there, which was on the way to my house. So I said sure, so they sat in my car with me while we were going. We were talking on the way, and suddenly Nancy started a very weird topic about ghosts and paranormal activities, and I was just laughing a lot about this thing, and she started telling me about her experiences. She has had many paranormal experiences since childhood, and she said she is very into this kind of stuff, so she has many stories. She told me that in my childhood, I used to feel the presence of ghosts. She also told me that she can talk to ghosts. I was making fun of her a lot on that thing. After some time, I told her that let's make a bet. I will take you to some place where there is something like a graveyard or something. I will take you to some remote kind place, and you can prove to me that ghosts exist or show me any such paranormal activity, and I will agree with you. And she didn't even hesitate and said, no problem. Challenge accepted, so we decided that after a few days we will go to Bristol, find a graveyard or something like that, and sit there and do some experiments and let's see any paranormal activity. It was finally decided then. After a few days I called him that, let's go today, let's go with me. There was another friend of mine, Sam was with me, and then Nancy, so all three of us. We made a plan that we will go to the Bristol side somewhere. Literally, our main spot is an abandoned forest or graveyard. We said that we will go there at night and let's see what happens. So we finally made a plan. I picked everyone up. We left for Bristol in the car. Bristol's famous forest was an hour away from here. We reached Bristol after an hour. We decided to go further than forest, because in a city, there is no such remote area there, we planned. Then I put the location on Google Maps, actually. I have a habit of leaving the location on the car behind. I usually go straight to the highway, so I put the location like this, and this movement. Some time was passing. I guess it was about to be 7:30 p.m., which means it was almost dark. We were going in the car while enjoying like this, and then after some time, suddenly, I see that there is road blockage. Many times the map tells me to go the other way. It was written there to take a left turn, and I did not even pay that much attention at that time, and when I took a left turn, we got separated from the highway when I took turns. It was such a steep road, it started climbing. Literally, when I put the car on second gear, it was a very steep area, so it was going up and up. We were going higher and higher on the mountain, so I said, okay, let's go. On this way, we will find some remote area too. We kept walking straight from there, up, 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 and slowly all around, the city started disappearing. We have come to a very hilly area. There is like no houses visible far away. Nothing is visible, just a road, and we had no idea where we were going. At this moment, at almost 10 p.m., it was the end of the night, and there came a moment that the road had ended. A completely dirty and broken path had come, like it was wide enough for a car to go, but it was a completely broken path. It was not a road, and on this side, there was a whole forest above, and there was a ditch below. If you have ever been to the mountains, then you know that there are roads like this. There is a ditch on one side, and it is a mountain on the other side. It is a place with a very scary vibe. That was the end, and slowly we kept going ahead and kept going. When we went ahead, we saw that the road itself was closed. It was written to take a U-turn. There is a road blockage ahead. There was a sign there. People stopped the car, and I was like, man, we have come so far. There is no place to be found. It is so late in the night. So what to do now and there was just a street light, so it was very dark, flickering on the road. So we got down from the car. Me and my friend used to these situations, but this is new experience for Nancy. But even she is not so scared. She got down from the car first, and then we were looking here and there. Sam is busy in his own curiosity, like he never seen these places in the mountains. Then me and Nancy are looking here and there to find some place like this. After some time, for some reason, that street light starts flickering. It flickers in every second there. I thought that there must be some electricity problem. Then I jokingly said, "Nancy, look, the ghost has come." But Nancy was quite serious at that time. Nancy said to me, "There is some energy here. I'm feeling something. There is some very strong energy here, which is inviting towards itself." She said that there is some energy there which is attractive towards itself. So I said, "Okay, talk, do something with energy." And then she started walking. She was like exploring here and there. She didn't say anything. She was not talking to me at all, and she started exploring the area. It was like there was a barrier which you can't remove, but there was a path for people, but not for vehicles. So what did Nancy do? While walking, she jumped the barrier and crossed over the other side, and that she went ahead, and Sam and I are speaking from behind that, "You are going ahead. Why are you going ahead alone?" She listened to nothing. She quietly went ahead in the dark. I and Sam are looking at each other. "Brother, what is the girl?" Then we put on our flashlights, and we also went after her. I went to the car, locked my car, then straight going on behind her. Then she did such a point that, and we saw there was an abandoned house. There was no house nearby. There was no house surrounding, except this house. It was a good property, like there was the area of the swimming pool behind house. There is no light. Everything is broken. There's a lot of broken things. And I was creeped out at that time, like I felt a very weird feeling as I entered that house. Well, as always, Nancy said that, "Come on." Then we started walking towards that house. We somehow went inside the house. There was absolutely empty house. It was a type of house that was not even a door there, so we went straight in as soon as we entered the house. We have turned on our flashlights. Then we started to explore. There was a hall type there where rooms attached together, and a staircase was made there that was going up and down stairs. But of course we did not go in the basement. We thought that here we'd try something. We sat in the hall, the exact in front of exit, that if anything happens, then we can run away. Then we sat in the hall there, and Nancy said to me, "Here we are going to do one thing that called Estes method, in which a member has to apply headphones in your group, and they are connected with a device that has a single white noise frequency coming. Not just headphones, but a person have to blindfold his eyes also. Then what happens in the SD's method, that the persons, those who stand outside, have to ask the question to that person. Then it is said that ghosts always reply some random words in their headphones to that person, and Nancy brought a backpack with her. She had literally everything in it. The headphones, that device was kept a cloth for blindfold, meaning that she had come completely prepared. Then we made Sam agreed for this method. We put Sam on the ground, put him blindfold, and put headphones. She connected the device and turned on it. Then Nancy starts asking the question. Nancy starts the first question. Asked that there is some spirit or some energy here that wants to contact us, and the same question. Nancy repeated 3 or 4 times, but there was no response. Then Nancy asked again whether there is any spirit or any energy here who wants to contact us, wants to talk. And then Sam said one word, "Help, help, help." Then Nancy started asking other questions that, "What help you want?" Sam didn't respond. Then Nancy are asking such random questions. Sam is also speaking such random words, but then suddenly Sam said, "Dead, dead." Then Nancy asked, "That are you a dead person?" Then a few random response started coming from Sam's side. And after a while, Sam said, "A word basement." And we were like, "Yeah, there's a basement in this house then." Nancy again asked him, "Are you in basement?" But she did not get any response by Sam. But after some random words, Sam didn't tell us something special. We're not getting so much proof and information. So we took out Sam's blindfold and his headphones. So Nancy said something special is not coming. Este's test is not working well. So my idea is let's do seance test. Seance is an attempt to communicate with spirits, a method in which we all have to sit down in a group with candles and we have to hold hands in the middle. Then we have to ask questions about spirits and ghosts. Then we sat down and Nancy brought up 5 candles in the middle of the circle and light up. Then all 3 of us held each other's hands. And Nancy said that no matter what happens, we do not have to leave each other's hands. And then Nancy sat in such meditation form. She was sitting quietly for 10 minutes. And then suddenly Nancy asked, "Is there anyone ghost and spirit here who has to contact us or to talk or someone wants to say something?" If you have been here, then give me a sign." Then she said again that if there is any ghost here or there is any soul that want to talk to us, then give us some proof of your presence here. Then we have held our hands tightly, and suddenly all candles start doing such flicker, and then 3 to 4 candles extinguished. And Nancy had to hold tightly in Sam, and I literally scared what happened because there is no wind coming from outside. Then Nancy smiled and said, "Is that enough for you guys?" Then I said, yes, stop it right now." Then 2 candles were burning in the middle. Then Nancy closed her eyes and said that we are not giving you permission to follow us, and we left hands on that moment. Like there is something wrong. Sam was also very scared, so we got up, and as soon as we started going, I got a voice from the basement, as if someone had thrown something very big, or someone had punched in the wall. Now Nancy said, "Guys, we can't give up here, we have to check it. What's this? Is this a spirit or some animal?" So with great courage I said yes. If we have come so far, let's move forward. Then we started going towards the basement, and there was a lot of darkness there. We went down with the stairs, and all 3 of us turned on our flashlights. Now, as soon as we went to the basement, we saw a dead body, which was hung with a rope, and someone was hanging from a rope. The mouth of that body was covered, and it was hanging on a hook with the rope, and I was completely blank at that moment. I did not know what I should do. We ran straight from there. After running away, we ran out and went out and sat in the car, and as soon as I sat in the car, all 3 of us were sitting silent in the car. From there, when we came back to the highway, there were the vehicles and lights. I was a little relieved, and I told Nancy that, "What is this all, my friend? What has happened to us?" Nancy said that it was just a good spirit that wanted to contact us, and don't worry, she will never possess us. And from that day, I never go alone in the forests.